Math Day, great day, Math Lead learners. Welcome to Mathematics Lead channel where we turn your math worries into mastery. I am Meryl and together let us have fun while learning. Now that we know how to properly illustrate a polynomial equation, we will now delve to our next topic for today, which is solving problems involving polynomials and polynomial equations. Before we start, let us first have our learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, the students should be able to first understand key concepts of polynomials and polynomial equations. Second, recognize patterns and connections between polynomial concepts. And third, solve problems involving polynomials and polynomial equations in different disciplines through appropriate and accurate representations. Are you all ready to learn? But before we start the discussion, let us first have our engaging activity. This activity is entitled Crack the Code. And as you can see, we have 5-letter unknown word. For this activity, we will be solving for polynomials below to answer the math riddle. Divide each of the polynomials either by using the long method or the synthetic method. And for the hint, we have I am an odd number, take away an alphabet, and I became even. What am I? Here are the problems we need to solve. For the first letter, we have x squared minus 64 divided by x plus 8. And for our second letter, we have 2x cubed minus 3x minus 5 divided by x minus 5. And for our third letter, we have 2x cubed plus 5x squared minus 20 minus 8x divided by x minus 2. And for our fourth letter, a Lalamove driver earns 6x squared plus x minus 2 pesos for working 3x plus 2 hours. How much does he earn? Hindi pwede. Following are the codes. For letter E, we have 2x minus 1. Another E, we have 2x plus 7 with a remainder of 30. Letter F, we have 5x minus 1. Letter I, we have x plus 8. Letter N, 5x plus 1. Letter V, we have 2x squared plus 9x plus 10. And letter S, we have x minus 8. With these letters, we will determine what 5-letter word is the code. For our first letter, we have x squared minus 64 divided by x plus 8, and we will be utilizing long division. We will first be dividing x squared by x, which will be equal to x, and multiply x by x plus 8, and it will be x squared plus 8x, and subtracting x squared plus 8x from x squared minus 64, it will be negative 8x minus 64. Now we will be dividing negative 8x by x, which will result to negative 8. And now we will be multiplying x plus 8 by negative 8, which will result to negative 8x minus 64. And we will subtract negative 8x minus 64 from negative 8x minus 64. And the answer will be 0. And now we have the final answer, which is x minus 8. And with that, we have letter S as our first letter. For our second letter, we have 2x squared minus 3x minus 5 divided by x minus 5 using synthetic division. We will first write coefficients, which is 2, negative 3, and negative 5, and we will be bringing down 2. We will be multiplying 2 by 5, which will result to 10. And we will add negative 3 to 10, which will result to 7. Now we will be multiplying 7 by 5, and it will be equal to 35. Now we will be adding negative 5 to 35, which will equal to 30, and the result will be equal to 2x plus 7 with a remainder of 30. And now we have the final answer, 2x plus 7 with a remainder of 30, which is letter E. Now we have SE. And for our third letter, we have 2x cubed plus 5x squared minus 20 minus 8x divided by x minus 2. We will be utilizing long division method. First, we will be dividing 2x cubed by x, which will result to 2x squared. And we will be multiplying x minus 2 by 2x squared, and it will result to 2x cubed minus 4x squared. Now we will be subtracting 2x cubed minus 4x squared from 2x cubed plus 5x squared minus 8x minus 20. And we will have 9x squared minus 8x minus 20. Now we will be dividing 9x squared by x, which will result to 9x. And we will multiply x minus 2 by 9x, and we will have 9x squared minus 18x. We will now be subtracting 9x squared minus 18x from 9x squared minus 8x minus 20, and it will result to 10x minus 20. And now we will be dividing 10x by x, which will result to 10. Multiply x minus 2 by 10, we will be having 10x minus 20. And subtracting 10x minus 20 from 10x minus 20, it will be equal to 0, and the quotient is 2x squared plus 9x plus 10. And for the third letter, we have 2x squared plus 9x plus 10, which is letter V. We already have S, E, and V. For our fourth letter, we have a Lalamove driver earns 6x squared plus x minus 2 pesos for working 3x plus 2 hours. How much does he earn per hour? We will divide first the leading term, which is the 6x squared by 3x, and we will have 2x. Multiply 3x plus 2 by 2x, we will have 6x squared plus 4x. Now we will be subtracting 6x squared plus 4x from 6x squared plus x minus 2, which will result to negative 3x minus 2. Now we will bring down negative 2. We will be dividing negative 3x by 3x, which will equal to negative 1, and we will multiply 3x plus 2 by negative 1, and we will have negative 3x minus 2. Subtracting negative 3x minus 2 from negative 3x minus 2, we will have 0. And the final answer is 2x minus 1. Now, we have 2x minus 1 as our fourth letter, which is letter E. We now have S, E, V, and E. And for our fifth letter, the area of rectangle is 10x squared minus 13x minus 3 square units. If the length is given by 2x minus 3 units, what expression represents its width? We will be utilizing long division method. We'll now be dividing 10x squared by 2x, which will result to 5x, and we will be multiplying 2x minus 3 by 5x, which will be equal to 10x squared minus 15x. We will now be subtracting 10x squared minus 15x from 10x squared minus 13x minus 3, which will result to 2x minus 3. Divide 2x by 2x is 1, and multiplying 2x minus 3 by 1, we will have 2x minus 3, and subtracting 2x minus 3 from 2x minus 3, we will have 0. Now we have our final answer, which is 5x plus 1, which is letter N, and we now have SEVEN, which is 7. And now we will be having our activating knowledge. Let us first define what polynomial is. Polynomial is a mathematical expression consisting of indeterminates and coefficients that involves only the operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and exponentiation to non-negative integer powers, and has a finite number of terms. Polynomial equation. Polynomial equation is an equation that has at least one algebraic term with at least one variable, and all exponents are integers that are equal to 0. We will now be solving problems involving polynomial and polynomial equations. For our problem number 1, we have one number is 2 less than the other. Their product is equal to 63. Find the numbers. For our translation, we let x be the number and have x is 2 less than the other, and their product is equal to 63. Find the numbers. Since x is our number, we will be subtracting 2 from it as stated for our second number. Now, we have x as the first number and x minus 2 as the second number. Since the problem asks for a product, we will be multiplying them. And it was stated that their product is 63, so we will equate this polynomial to 63. To solve the polynomial equation, we will first expand x times 2 minus x and have x squared minus 2x is equal to 63. Using the addition property of equation, we will be adding negative 63 in both sides. This is to cancel the 63 in the other side and equate this polynomial to 0. Factoring this, we will have x minus 9 times x plus 7 is equal to 0. And with that, our final answers are negative 7 and positive 9. For our problem number 2, we have the area of a rectangle is 84 meters squared. Find the length and the width if the length is 5 meters longer than the width. We will let x be the width and x plus 5 be the length, and we will have x plus 5 times x is equal to 84 meters squared. Expanding that, we will be having x squared plus 5x minus 84 is equal to 0. And we are solving it using quadratic formula where we let a be equal to 1, b equal to 5, and c equal to negative 84. Distributing and answering this, we will have 7 and negative 12, and since we can't have a negative length, we will have it positive and have 7 and 12 only. For our problem number 3, the standard dimensions of a shipping container in meters is approximately given by the polynomial equation x cubed minus 10x squared plus 28x minus 24 is equal to 0. Use synthetic division or the remainder theorem to find the dimensions of the shipping container. With this, we will be utilizing synthetic division. Answering this, we will be having x squared minus 8x plus 12 is equal to 0. Factoring this will result to x minus 2 times x minus 6 is equal to 0. And we will have 2 and 6 as our final answers. Lastly, we will be having our developing competencies. Students should be answered the following problems. Number 1, a Cebu-based manufacturing company produces PPEs, personal protective equipments. A total of x to the fourth power plus 2x cubed minus 13x squared minus 38x minus 24 pieces in a week. If each laborer makes x minus 4 PPEs in a week, how many workers are employed in this company? The total number of households, family under one roof in Cebu City is expressed as 6y to the third power minus 17y squared plus 11y minus 2, and the number of barangays is 2y minus 1. What is the average number of households in a barangay? A garden that is 4 meters wide and 6 meters long is to have a uniform border such that the area of the border is the same as the area of the garden. Find the width of the border. That is all for solving problems involving polynomial and polynomial equations. Thank you for listening.